Welcome. You were barely in shot, Evan. Welcome into the stream. We are very excited to be doing this again this week. We are covering another photographer. Decided we hadn't hit enough before, so we've got to overcorrect and do two. But I'm ready to just hop right into it. So Brandon Stanton started Humans of New York in 2010. He moved to New York to become a photographer, which isn't exactly a very original story, right? You're competing with like 80,000 other photographers in New York City. But he started up this platform, right? Essentially he was just kind of going around taking pictures of people. And that's kind of like what his intent was. I'm just gonna go around, take some pictures, and it'll be kind of like this art collective. And then he started asking them their stories too, right? So like, hey, can I take your picture and like hear a little bit about like what's your story? So he starts putting this up on Facebook, and once he starts talking about their stories, it kind of starts going viral, right? Yeah. Like you're getting, I mean, now he has 17 million followers on Facebook, right? But that's kind of when he was starting getting all of it in 2013. But so he kind of just went off. But I think that he's really, really cool. I think this is okay, I'm just gonna take a look at this real quick. This is his site officially, right? So, I mean, he's still going. Like, that's what, for 11 years? Yeah. But they're not short stories. Like, this is some real commitment. But I just think that this is some really cool content. I mean, he's traveled all over to all these countries. Just the ability to become like a storyteller as an influencer is just really powerful, right? Because you already have an audience, and that's something that these people want. Yeah. They want an audience. So I think that it's really cool that he has this channel that's not really a channel. I mean, it's on his blog, right? But he has this outlet that's not self-centrist, right? On his online presence, right? Like, you barely can find any pictures of the man because he's too busy taking pictures of everyone else and telling their stories. I just think he's really cool. I'm gonna hop over to our blog post. If you haven't read this yet, definitely go check it out. But it goes a little bit more in depth. I mean, he's written a book, right? I thought that was really cool. He got 30,000 pre-ordered of his first book, and then did another book. But it's all just kind of like, hey, this is like influencing. So if you want another resource to kind of get some more ideas on that, definitely check out his book. I think that he just said something that's really cool. He said, look very closely at your work, whether it's a product or art or whatever, and say, how can I make this so I like it more? How can I make it better? You keep making those tiny evolutions until you reach that tipping point where it starts to jump to other people and other people engage, right? You are not gonna have a massive following when you start out, and that's okay. That's not, I mean, you can't just spawn a massive following of people, right? Yeah. They don't really come out of nowhere. But being able to kind of roll with what's performing well online and kind of adapt your online presence to what other people are actively engaging with. Yeah. I mean, he talks about it like he said, I was my first fan. Like, I was the one that was like, this is what I want to see next, and this is what I'm going to go out and do. But I just think that that's really cool that like he started from nothing in a city filled with millions of other people. Exactly. And he still managed to set himself apart. It's doing things that other people aren't doing, right? And it wasn't easy for him. He had a fear of talking to people, and he said that he had to get over that by just going out into New York and asking random people their stories, right? Yeah. Which I couldn't do. that would absolutely drive me crazy, but I think that that's just really cool. He's definitely have some mental endurance. I'm interested on your take on his content. Kind of, what do you think?
I just think it's awesome that he, did something that a lot of other people are doing, but figured out a way to make it just a little bit different and a little bit more, unique. So people will watch him and, read his stuff instead of just looking at everyone else's picture.
Well, yeah, definitely, and it's more connected too. I mean, he makes this. It's called Humans of New York, right? Yeah. But he's expanded beyond his brand name, and you don't want to kind of constrain yourself with these like imaginary, artificial restrictions because no one cares.
Yeah,
it might be Humans of New York, but he's going around and doing these stories in the Congo. He has. Series. This is what I was looking for, right? He has these series like Syrian Americans, refugee stories. Like it's just all these like things that he's just kind of put together as projects. I'm like, what do I think people want to know about, right? I mean, starting in 2010, like there are a lot of kind of activist movements that have gone through then, and I think that you can see a lot of them in here. I mean, these refugee stories, I was looking at some of them and they're really powerful. So if you want an inspiration, if you're looking to do blog-based content, definitely go check him out. Yeah, I think that's just about it for him. If I can, come on, Google, don't do this to me. Anyways, yeah, I think he's really cool. If you want to do blog-based, it might not be photography, it might just be kind of articles, right? Mm-hmm. Remember, you do already have, if you were subscribed with our influencer package, access to a very simple to use blog system, right? It's very customizable. You can really do a lot with it. But if you just want to start out, definitely go check out our videos on getting that up because you already have it, right? And you can already just start putting out some blog content. And you can do the same thing as Brandon Stanton, right? Start from nowhere and end up with 17 million followers.
Yeah.
And change the world, probably for better. But anyways, I think I'm going to call that for our influencer highlight of the week. Definitely go check him out and our blog post if you haven't. I'm just going to go over real quick again what we've put out. So if you have not got the chance, definitely go check out our quick links videos. They're very, very cool. I think that they're very useful, right? Mm-hmm. Once again, it's something you already have. And it's just, it'll take you like 10 minutes to set it up and you can use it everywhere, right? I mean, I always have this problem where I'll have friends like ask me, how do I put links up on my Instagram? I'm like, well, you can't. You can put it in your bio and then tell people to go check out your bio. Yeah. But then you just have this random like website link in your bio and no one really knows. It's just kind of like a little disjointed, right? And it's the same thing with TikTok. You can't link externally except for the one link in your bio. Yeah. But so quick links is very cool because it's your essentially like link page, right? We take your one link and turn it into a million, right? Like it's very customizable, very easy to set up. Definitely just go check out those videos because it's pretty powerful. Yeah. We just wanted to keep you up to date. We are currently working on Amazon FBA, which means fulfillment by Amazon, which is pretty cool. If you've ever used Amazon before, which I think the majority of
it's easy.
Exactly, right. But FBA allows you to kind of tie into Amazon's Prime system, so you can really just ship out very quickly. The videos will be very useful for you if you're trying to do any amount of products. So definitely check those out when we push them out. Yeah. But yeah, so just be on the lookout for that email, and I think that's going to be it for today. So definitely check in next week. Make sure to look at all the things we covered today. Yep. But we'll We'll see you next week.
Yeah, see ya.
Thanks, guys.